Hello everybody, this is Mira, and I'm here with another matchup video. This one is against Akuma, and yeah, let's just go right into it. So as a Shoto, it kind of follows similar rules fighting him with Thunderclap. He can go under it with crouch medium kick very effectively, and we're like, well, what if I just do it outside of his crouch medium kick range? His medium Tatsu is very good at punishing this. It's very fast and it moves him forward pretty quickly. So it's a little bit risky against an aware Akuma. That's why try not to make it as obvious. You have to kind of hide your fireballs, and I kind of sneak them in there every once in a while to kind of just like make them be aware of that option, and that will give you a better chance to kind of move in on him and like put a poke in, like a crouch medium kick poke or a stand light kick or a stand medium kick, something like that. So the neutral can be a little bit tricky, especially with his like two-hitting fireball, red fireball, and stuff like that. He is very fast, very mobile, has a lot of options, so it can be a little tricky to deal with him, but I think it's a doable matchup. It just depends on the Akuma's playstyle. So there might be like a very like kind of passive style, a lot of fireballs, trying to get you to make mistakes kind of style, like more of like a Mikey, or like more aggressive, like in your face, I'm gonna throw all these options at you and you're just gonna have to try to deal with them. So one thing I'm going to talk about is the buttons that Akuma uses. That's the Tatsu. So one of the most common like buttons, like buffers, is stand medium kick, and a lot of times they're going to buffer that into like red fireball, so they don't really have to hit confirm. It's like a safe quote and unquote option for them. It is -6 if they do the stand medium kick and the like red fireball. So if you see them autopilot this a lot, like you can punish it if they do it really close. So be aware of that. But if you have meter, you can blow right through it. You can also, if you don't have any EX gauge, you can knock them back with V shift. You can't do anything without the break. Yeah, but you might be able to like EX armor. Nope, it's right on top of you, so you have to V break. But I look to whip punish this button a lot because it actually has a pretty decent hurt box. I usually use like stand fierce, but a really good one is crouch medium punch to whip punish that button, or stand light kick. Stand light kick honestly is the saving grace in this matchup, as in a lot of matchups actually, because two of his most like go-to pokes kind of get contested with stand light kick. It's crouch medium kick and stand medium kick. So what I like to do in neutral, if they're not throwing any fireballs and they're trying to play footsies, I try to stand outside of this crouch medium kick range. It can be very difficult because they can move forward really quickly on you, but that's why like stand light kick can also stuff the crouch medium kick from coming out. So that's a very good option to deal with Akuma. So normally I'll just stay outside in like around this range and have my like stand light kick buffers. Just obviously you gotta be aware of what they like to throw out and how they like to approach things. A lot of Akumas, especially at like kind of like any rank, I guess, they like to use this option, the air fireball. Laura actually has a really good option to deal with it. She has like her V skill, and as you can see, you can get a punish on it. Honestly, usually I just go for like a command grab or something, but like, or a normal throw, like a nice easy punish. Because it'll also you'll also be able to get under his normal jumps from most ranges. So, oops. Yeah, so it's just a good option to kind of leave and not have to deal with that situation altogether. So V skill is very, very important with dealing with his air options. And as we move on to like Demon Flip, oh, this is this is a common string. Yeah, you can go through that too. But like dealing with Demon Flips, like so, like a lot of Akumas might want to just sneak in, like on block these Demon Flip cancels. Stand Strong is okay with dealing with them. If they do the dive kick option, it actually might whiff because of how high up they are in the air. That's why Heavy Bolt, really good option. Heavy Bolt, air to air, just to leave. V skill works in certain situations, especially like a meaty, like Demon Flip Palm or throw. You kind of can leave for the most part, depending on how like early they do it. You are minus. You have to be aware that I wouldn't challenge with a button. Leaving is enough. But if the Akuma knows, there is actually a counter to this, which I'll just show you, which is the slide. They can beat it that way. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse game in that regard. If you want to present the V skill option, you have to know that there is a counter to it. So there's that. Another thing I forgot to mention in the air fireball regard is EX air fireball. So a lot of times, especially in V trigger, you'll be charging oh, he's not doing it. You'll be charging like a fireball, and they're gonna try to dissipate that like level 2 clap with their EX air fireball. Obviously, I'm doing it a little high, but you should be able to V skill under depending on the range. So if they do it like very low, you jump over, and if they do it, oh, I can probably get it lower. Yeah, you can V skill under, or you can just jump over, and kind of beat them that way. Before, the most reliable punish was Heavy Bolt, honestly, but since they added some recovery to it, you can definitely practice a punish for that. When in doubt, though, you can just block it, and they just spent a bar. You just have to be aware of their meter when you're following one of your like EX thunderclaps or something, because that's a very common option for an Akuma to dissipate that. There's that. Dealing with his V trigger, V skill is another great option if they're just trying to like autopilot their pressure that way. Yeah. So yeah, you can V skill under. This is, I think, a throw is a must for this punish, because you don't want to do something like too much and get hit. It's no good. So normal throws or command grabs are the go-to for that. So, but they can do an instant air like fireball to try to like catch you, but if they do that, they're not going to be plus. Yeah, you were actually +3 there. So, but yeah, it's really hard for them when they do it instantly for you to move under. So that's the counterplay to that. And so if the Akuma doesn't present you that counterplay, that's great. Keep V-skilling under them and punishing them for autopiloting their air fireballs. You just have to really be aware that Akuma is such a good character and he can actually layer his options, but so you can't just expect that it's gonna work every time. One thing I can't stress enough against Akuma is to try to actually be mid-screen against him. I think the fight really favors you mid-screen because of how the damage output like that like Laura can present. Akuma is very like squishy. He doesn't have a lot of health and stun, so it will really favor you. You can rack up a lot of damage in neutral. Even just like little pokes, like they're going to add up. But if you do end up getting cornered, Akuma's pressure is so like oppressive that it could mean the end of the round. That's why I would prioritize maintaining the mid screen. I think it works out better if you don't get cornered. Obviously now without meter, he can't do like the side switch. He can't without either like DP and activate or the EX demon flip to side switch, so it's a little less dangerous. A lot of times Akumas would just back up and then just buffer stand medium kick to put you in the corner. But thankfully with the new season that doesn't work. They actually have to spend meter to do a side switch. I would not jump at Akuma at all. I just want to say that. Yeah, Akuma's anti-airs are fantastic. Back fierce, medium DP. I would definitely stay on the ground for the majority of this matchup. I think her buttons really fight Akuma well. It's the fireballs that give me the most trouble. But now with the added V-shift, I know I talked about this in the Ryu video. This is going to be really important to kind of trap him. And with Akuma and Ryu, they can helicopter out. If they're which one do I do? There we go. Like I said earlier, you can punish with like medium bolt or like light bolt, or just be trying to end the space to like heavy bolt. But honestly, I found the medium bolt is the most reliable punish for like trying to them helicoptering out of the corner. There's that. And if you do find yourself in the corner against Akuma, there's one final thing I want to show you. Is that a lot of Akumas like to get decent what they think is decent pressure, which is okay. It is true if you do have to block it. Because if you V reversal, if you V reversal this, they can block. So this is parry bait. They're trying to parry this V reversal, so don't do this. Don't V reversal this. I've made this mistake a couple times. You're gonna eat a lot of damage. There is a gap in between this, so you can mash. Or what I like to do is jump out of this entirely. They lost a bar and they ate almost 300 damage because of this. So actually, I look to this a lot when they're in V trigger. Another thing, I know I said that was probably my last thing, is this tick throw right here. Oops. It's not a true tick throw. Stand light kick is only a +1. So you can actually, if they're doing a, I'm going to do stand light kick, throw a shimmy, you can actually present this option to just mash. And you'll counter hit them, or they'll have the block because they're trying to shimmy you. Obviously, they can do stand light kick, stand light punch, and a stand medium kick into like red fireball to like to try to beat this. So it's always keeping the Akuma on their toes so they can't autopilot. You have to present a lot of different defensive and offensive options to fight this character. It is a lot to deal with. But once you start to shut down some of these options and you can play very patient, and they'll actually start cracking because they're probably not used to that. So that's just another thing to be aware. Yeah, don't let Akumas get away with all this like autopilot fake pressure. Stay disciplined, try to stay in neutral in the middle of the screen. If you do find yourself in the corner, there is no shame in V reversaling out. Like I said, I can't stress this enough. Prioritize not being even if Akuma's in the corner, I don't know, I'm still hesitant to even meaty them, especially if they have a bar and V trigger. A lot of times I'll just kind of back up. If you have a good life lead, it's okay. You can win neutral again. You can try to deal with that V trigger. It's way easier to deal with that V trigger over here as opposed to over here. You all probably know this, but this is -6. You probably all know this, but I just wanna I just like to reiterate. See, it's kind of hard to punish sometimes. The block stun is weird, so definitely practice it so you can get that guaranteed punish every time. I wonder, is that it? That's probably it. That's it, yeah. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't really go through like, oh, EX fire, this can go through his fireballs. But I think that's just general knowledge that a lot of the Ryu stuff that I talked about in my previous video can kind of be applied to Akuma, since they're a similar archetype. I just really wanted to go over like Demon Flip and like the options that obviously Ryu does not have, the set play. Yeah, and when in doubt, when you're mid screen against Akuma, just take the throw. If you're mid screen, like it's okay. Like, it does do a decent amount of damage, but you're really far. This isn't mid screen. Eating 130 damage is way preferable to eating like 200 plus, and then there's more corner carry than this. So when in doubt, just try to block it out and make them throw you a ton. Don't give them those frame traps that they want to start their pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Make Akuma explode. Oh, there is one thing. There is one final thing I didn't talk about is is this option for them to move away. So say you do like the reset, but you can chase them down with forward heavy punch if you time it right. I'm just doing it way too early. But medium bolt is honestly the most reliable option. So say you like median, you can do EX bolt, or walk forward medium bolt. You have a lot of time. Don't think that you don't have a lot of time to punish this move. I'm just doing it really too slow now. Let's see what you could do if you whip. Yeah, you're plus 11, so you can chase them down that way. Just always be aware that that's an option that they might try to escape with, especially after the stand fierce and the EX fireball reset. That's why I don't know. Going for a normal throw is not always a bad option in that case. Yeah, that's it for me. Sorry, it's a little jumbled. I'm a little tired today. But I hope this information helps you. I hope there's something in here that will give you a little bit of an edge in this matchup. Yeah. Alright. Bye bye.